And we're live. Hi, guys, and welcome to Sidejag, the show where staying on point, this ain't the point. But we talk about movies, we talk about TV shows, we talk about food, but mainly just really cool. No, I'm not even going to go there. We talk about stuff. What's up, Mr. Vega? How are you?
What's up, man? I have a story that was not right for reverse polarity, but we're
You've been
sidejagging
holding
here.
on to it?
Dude, I've been holding on to a story. I didn't even tell you in the pre-show because I wanted you to be surprised.
I'm surprised. Oh, God,
So-
do tell.
all right. So listen. So the kids are coming over to eat, and I was
Yeah,
like, I'm just gonna get something. I don't know if you guys have a Taco Bueno.
no.
So they do a thing. It's called a whole lot of box. It's like a giant box of tacos and burritos and
Okay.
refried beans and,
Yeah,
and
Taco
rice.
Bell did that for a while.
Right, and it's like $20.
Okay.
So I pull up. First of all, empty parking lot, empty. Doesn't even look like people are working parked in there. Right.
Okay.
I look up. I see a sign, and it turned out to be a COVID sign. Like if you have symptoms, don't come in. It looked like a health like shutdown sign. Like they shut it down.
Okay.
So as I walked up, I was like, "Oh, okay, it's just like a COVID warning sign. Whatever. Open the door. It's open. I'm gonna go in here and order my whole lot of box." As I'm going in, I hear a drunk. It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
Inside the place.
Outside. So he's walking. I'm ignoring, like, all right, can't get tied
Yeah.
up with the homeless guy, right? Come in. Homeless dude follows me in. It's my birthday. Give me $1. It's my birthday. And I'm like, he's just saying so much stuff. And he also, people that, like, when they talk, they get that white stuff in the corner
Yeah.
of their, oh,
Yeah.
dude, grossing me out, right? He has it bad, really bad. So finally, I just give the dude $1, right? It's your birthday, it's Christmas, whatever. Like I had a couple dollars. I mean, I gave him a couple of bucks. But he's still talking. I was like, please, if I just give you this money, I didn't say this, but my mind.
Yeah, yeah, you're thinking it. Please
If I
go
give you
away.
a couple of dollars, like, will you just like
Leave.
not talk? At the very least, not talk.
Right.
So in the midst of this, there's a probably 60 to 70-year-old woman easily running the cash register. Seems like she do. Seems like she doesn't know what she's doing. So I'm like, okay, let's just chill. Let's just get through this. I put my chip card in. Sometimes chip card doesn't read right, you know.
Correct.
Try it again. Okay, try it again. And didn't work. I was like, okay, reset it. I'll just do the tap. Does this have tap? Yeah, I'll do the tap. And as I'm doing that, I look behind her and I say, hey, your Grubhub, they have a computer just for Grubhub deliveries. I said, it says it's offline. Do you think your card reader's offline? No. That's not it. That's not it. It's something with your bank. Something with your cards. I'm like, okay, like I'm not gonna argue with this lady. I'm trying to be like I'm just trying to get my food and go home. Okay.
Right.
Try it again. Doesn't work. She calls the manager over. And at this time, I'm just cool, like not being rude
Now,
whatsoever.
is Goofy
That
Guy still with my birthday
he's still
still there?
he's still there talking. He has moved from my right side to my left side at this point. He's over by the drink things. He's touching everything. Like I don't like this dude. Like he's talking about his bus is coming. He's a drunk, and like there's
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
a drug situation going on with this guy.
Okay.
In the midst of all this, right? Manager comes up. Old lady says, she's like, yeah, he's tried 3 different cards and they've all been declined. And I'm thinking in my head, like, first of all, I've only used one card and I tried it 3 times because you don't know what you're doing. And so I'm just like, okay, I'm not even going to say no. I'm going to let this go, right? I said, listen, I have cash. I'll just pay with cash. Get my order in so I can go. They do that. They take the cash. The lady takes the cash. Nothing else is said. Well, I'm sitting kind of by the register while they make the food because they didn't even start my food until
Oh, of
they
course.
received payments.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Totally understandable.
I'm sitting there and the manager comes up. He's like, hey, I can't run cards at the window. The internet's out. We can't run any cards. So I'm sitting in there and I was like, huh, weird, right? Like, my God, like you people are sitting here looking like I'm some hobo
Yeah.
Joe like this guy.
Yeah.
And like he's had 3 different cards decline. Like, lady, you don't know what you're doing. Like, what
Yeah.
is going on with you? So that happened just before here, just before We started the live show.
So you're way more patient than me. So I had since we're going down that road.
Let's go. I'm on it. I'm on the train.
I had we've been having internet issues here at the house, and because of what I do, I pay for better internet.
Yeah.
And dude, at nighttime, it just doesn't work. And I'm like, it's fucking ridiculous, guys. And I said to Sue, who's here all day, because she works from home, I said, hey, like, I don't know what the internet's doing for you during the day, but like, I can't use it at night. I mean, it'll be 1 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock at night, and I'll be trying to upload a video, and the internet's just like, hey, I'm out.
I'm out. SpongeBob.
My internet is ghosting me. What the hell? Yeah. So I'm like, could we please call somebody? And then it worked for like a day or two, and then so no one got called. So finally the other night I was like, I'm at my wit's end, and I'm just like, please, for the love of God, just call the cable guys. Let's get them out here. Let's figure out what the fuck is going on with this, because I can't take this anymore. We're paying all this money and this shit sucks. Okay,
right. And it turns out a big part of what you do involves the internet.
Yeah. So the guy shows up in the morning, and which is unusual because, like, really. And so we have a router that it's an all-in-one. So it's the whole all-in-one thing, and then plugged into that, because it's a whole house router that is not a whole house router. We have these little bases that boomerang it throughout the house on a whole nother network, because their network sucks. So I know it's the router because we don't use the Wi-Fi. The router is just shit, Right. So the guy comes in, he goes, because Sue's like, I don't know what the fuck this guy's talking about. You need to come out here. Okay. So I get dressed. I come out and, hey, what's up? He's like, oh, your wires were pinched. And I go,
he was squeezing the tubes. Bro.
And I'm like, in my head, my voice in my head is just fucking at the top.
I'm picturing
what the fuck are you talking about, you dude? Seriously?
I'm picturing the red guy from Inside.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah. So, and I go, huh? He goes, yeah. Was that like, is that okay? And he goes, and the one coming out of the wall there. I go, and I look over at it, and I'm like, hey, no problem, man. If that's what you think it is, I pull the desk out and I unscrew the thing from the wall and I turn it sideways, and I'm like, does it work now? Now that I don't have the wires bent, because I'm like, dude, okay, like, sounds good. So, and he's got his big box there, and he's looking at the signal coming in, and I'm like, I know what that's telling you. That's telling you ain't shit coming into the wall, dude. Like, go fucking outside and check it out there, douche. So, and he's like, well, I'm going to need to check every box. And I'm like, of course you are. So then I spend the next 10 minutes pulling out all the boxes so they can get to him, which I was going to do anyways, but he showed up early. So I was like, all right, whatever. So then he comes in and he goes, yeah, I think it's the line coming to the house. And I go, oh,
shocker.
You're kidding, really?
Surprise of the century.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. So I'm hanging out as he runs the new line from the thing in my neighbor's yard over to us. And he goes, I'm going to put a booster in. And he comes into the garage. He goes, is there any way I can plug it in the garage? And I go, and he's like looking at the concrete wall. And he goes, is there any outlets on this wall? I'm like, no, it's a solid block wall, man. There's no outlets on this wall. Like, none. They didn't put any there. I said, see the big thing in the ceiling where the garage door is? There's an open one there. You plug it in there. No, this is where it goes sideways. He goes, no, because he was like, I'd have to, that's just too much work. He goes, no, we have this thing that, I can run it over the cable. So I'm like, okay. He goes, I'll just plug it in the house. So, okay, sounds good. Now, where the router is, there's a whole big fucking power strip of shit. Like, yeah. Like, fuck it. Like, I have a backup. So if the power goes out, she still has internet. Okay. So I'm thinking this is where he's going to put it, because you see the EPS or whatever the fuck it is, backup right there. It's like, yeah, that's where it needs to go. So that night, I shut off the Christmas lights and I go to upload my video. Internet's dead. No video, no internet, no nothing. I'm like, what the fuck? How? And I'm resetting the thing. Half hour.
He plugged it by the Christmas tree.
No. It gets so this is even better. So we have we're over Christmas. And this year, I bought this cool thing from Lowe's that it's just these little power strips. Instead of doing it with your phone, which sucks, it's just a fucking little RF thing. And it just click the button, all the lights turn on, click the button on. And there's all these throughout the house. So they all turn on at once, they all go away. This dumb motherfucker plugged it into that. So I'm sitting there and I'm looking for it over by the power, where it should have been. And I'm like, it's not here. I'm like, where the fuck did he put it? And I walk over and I look at that outlet and I see this new thing plugged in and I go, dude, seriously? Oh my God, what an asshole.
Did he get a call?
No, I just
you just did it, didn't you? Yeah.
I just fumed because I was like,
just got to have the Christmas lights on while I upload this video real quick.
Yeah. But it was just great because I'm just sitting there going, oh, so when you bend the wire, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The wire's coiled up. Of course it's coiled up. It's not fiber optic, jackass.
Right. Yeah. He's like vacuum lines in a Mercedes for the window.
Yeah. You're pinching it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that 16th inch solid cord. Yeah, it's getting pinched. Yeah. So it was exciting. I was like, this is so stupid. You guys suck.
Yeah. An exercise in futility.
Yeah, but in my head, I was just like, I'm just gonna sit here. Gonna sit here and pretend.
You know what's worse than that? They tricked us and didn't tell us that Spirited was a musical.
Okay. And I knew you knew it, and you didn't tell me, which I'm glad you did.
I couldn't, because then it would have been even worse. You tell me, would it have been worse or better?
Okay, so this is the only time I've actually sat through a musical that wasn't a kids movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know what they were singing about because it was like, but I sat through it. And I was like, this can't be the twist. Like this couldn't be the twist. Like this is so bad. Must have been. Yeah. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I sat through the whole thing and I laughed.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's some funny parts.
Just at the fact that they were clowning themselves in the fact that it was a musical. Because when Jacob Marley would go, oh, not again. Oh, it really? No, we don't need one of these right now.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need him. And they bust into a song. I love that. I love that he, it just irritated him. But then when he do his part and he was singing and he kept getting interrupted, I was like, oh, okay. Screw it.
This is us. This is us.
Yeah.
Well, see, I didn't know how you felt about musicals, but I'm not a musical. I hate them as well, but I didn't want to influence that.
No, I'm glad you did. Because I wouldn't have watched it.
Right. And when I seen it, I was like, okay, like I like Will Ferrell, like Ryan Reynolds. I'm gonna like Bailey and Cassie love musicals. They love musicals, right?
Oh yeah, they loved it.
So they're like, as soon as they start singing, they both look at me dead serious, like we didn't know it was a musical. Like we didn't know, like it was their fault. And I was like, well, hey, listen, we picked this movie. It's on me and Dean. We decided to watch this. It's not your guys' fault.
Yeah, no. So there was a movie called Into the Woods, okay, and it was. I don't remember what it was. It's like Red Riding Hood or some stupid shit like that. So, anyways, for Christmas we used to always go to a Christmas movie. Like Christmas Day, we'd go to the movies. That was like tradition for like years. Until movies started sucking in December, and then I was like, we're not doing this shit anymore. And so the girls were like, you need to go see this movie, and I was like, I don't want to go see this movie. And so they're like, they take us to the movie, and then I sit in this thing and I'm watching. I'm like, this is the what the seriously, guys? Like, no, this is like. So I try to fall asleep, and Haley just nudging me and I wanted to kill her. I'm like, dude, stop. okay, stop. I can't. This is painful to watch, and you think it's funny. It's not. This is not my bag, man. This is like 2 hours of pure torture.
You're holding me hostage right now.
No,
I'm being
dude,
held.
yeah,
I mean, this is a hostage situation.
Yeah, I was waiting for like a VHS camera, and they're like, they're torturing me. Please send money.
Exactly.
Get me out of here. I can't take this.
Yeah.
But the musical part, like the musicals, were definitely terrible. But I also think they punked the musical.
Yeah.
Because the musicals were just so bad, but they were hilarious.
Right.
So it was definitely my kind of musical to like I could tolerate watching it.
I like the premise of the show.
Yes.
Like they have like big stage plays and they're doing this. It's like a big ordeal in the background.
Oh yeah, I thought it was a brilliant idea. Like, oh man, like it
could have been so much better, dude. It could.
100%. It was like finally an original thought, and you're gonna make it a musical? The fuck is wrong with you?
Right, because it's like a twist on something very traditional. It's the Scrooge story, the whole thing, and it's like they had their twist on it. It's like Cabin in the Woods. Like, have you seen Cabin in the Woods?
No, no.
You should watch that one.
No,
it's a horror movie, but it's not a horror movie. It's not a horror movie. There's a good twist on that. No. Like this.
Yeah, and that was the thing, dude. Once you found out he was Scrooge, you were like,
yeah.
Because you knew the other guy was Marley. You figured that out right away. You're like, oh, that's Jacob Marley. And you're like, who's this guy? And it's like, oh shit, he's Scrooge. Shit.
He's Scrooge, yeah.
And you're just like, and the Tracy Morgan character was great. I mean, like literally everything about the movie when they weren't singing, you were just like, dude, this is such a good story. Like,
and Good Day was dope until they got into a song.
And even the song was funny, but it was just like too much. It's like, oh, we're gonna break into tap dancing, and then they're like, oh my god, that whole tap, like, and then they start like, yeah, I was just following your lead, and you're just like, okay, so they're like, whosever idea this was, no, don't ever do this again.
I see what you were doing, and okay, but yeah,
so in 2 years, can we get this movie remade, but make it better and not a musical?
Right.
Yeah, it could stay a comedy. I'm fine with it being a comedy, but I liked the idea of it, and it was cool. It was like, how do we change? And the funny thing was, what I thought was hilarious was, when Karen, which was funny, it was a Karen,
right? Yeah.
When and then they always pause before something bad is going to happen to them,
right?
And then she takes a ball right to the face. It was like. And then
it got super dark when like the kid killed himself. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like that was the future. I was like, dude, that's dark.
Well, yeah, but it needs to be, because I mean that was there's always that dark. I mean, that's where Christmas Carol gets like, oh shit, this is not good, It's
right.
Like, this is where the guy that points gets all the bucks.
Exactly.
Christmas Future, he's always like, oh crap.
What was his catchphrase he done when he slammed him in there? It's like, you've been ghosted, bitch, or something like that. that part I laughed out loud at. Yeah. I can't remember exactly what it was. But
Yeah. Oh no, and she's like, he doesn't make those rules. Oh, and then when the past ghost, the Indian chick, she's like,
oh yeah, when she bangs him.
Yeah, I was like, that works.
Yeah, you knew that was gonna happen. She's already looking at him, and it's like, hey. Like, hey, listen.
When you're watching her dance in the first opening scene, I'm like, what is she wearing? Like, oh my god, like, she's like a stripper.
Yeah, I mean, listen, she wasn't too bad on the eyes either.
No, that's what was funny, because I was
like, hey, good Christmas past.
Is he asking about me? This is Karen. This is what's his name from HR. You could say whatever you want. It's perfectly okay. They're just like, I don't. I'm a sucker for bad movies, but I can't stand Will Ferrell. I'm 100% with you. Like, Will Ferrell in a bad movie is just a bad movie times 10. He didn't do too bad in this movie.
Yeah.
Like, he was tolerable.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds. He's like a love or hate type person for most people.
Yeah. He did his character acting played perfect in this role because that's
Right.
how he always, it's his always like,
He's like Sam Jackson.
yeah,
He just plays the same. He is the same. He's
yes,
Will Ferrell.
yes, and it worked great in this movie. That role was written for him,
Right. Yeah.
and he did, and it worked perfect, There again, if you would just remove the musical aspect of it, it was really good. I mean,
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
just didn't like the singing, but I
That
could.
was the twist I was talking about. That
That was so evil.
I know. I
You
was
know,
like, oh, dude, like no,
but
and it
dude,
was right away.
when he showed that he was Scrooge, man, it was like, dude, like
I
I
was
thought,
kind of getting those halfway through. I was like, this dude's got to be Scrooge or something. Because why does he have so much interest in this specific what were they calling him?
yeah,
Something.
unchangeable or whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
But it was funny because I didn't even think about it because I wasn't the musical portion of it just threw me off so much that I didn't
Right.
care. I didn't even care,
Yeah.
And then the whole love interest thing that was going on between him and the lady, I was like, how's that really? Okay. Like, all
Yeah.
right. I mean, I don't see it, but all right, cool. He's
Yeah.
been a ghost for a couple of years. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
And then Ryan Reynolds getting rocked in the end was even funnier. So
Yeah, like when he that one surprised me. It shouldn't have, but it kind of did. Like, oh damn, they killed him.
well,
Okay, that makes sense.
well, when I saw the bus stop right at I was like, oh, he's gonna go back to the same. They're gonna kill him. They're gonna kill him.
Yeah,
That's the ball to the face.
exactly.
And that's the ironic twist at the end of it. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
but
And Ebenezer is living his life with his wife, and Ryan Reynolds has to get his advice.
yeah, because
Yeah.
So I also got the opportunity to watch another series that came out. I watched The Santa Claus on Disney Plus with
How many
Tom.
episodes is it?
It's 6, but there was only 5,
Oh,
and
is it good? Is it worth it or?
totally worth it.
Oh, it is.
It's totally worth it. Oh yeah.
Oh, damn.
I was so
I'm
pissed.
actually, dude. I'm glad to hear that because I really like the first Santa Claus movie.
Yes, and there again, there's not much you can do with it. So
Yeah.
here's the modern take on a Santa Claus movie because Elf, it's Elf, okay?
Yeah.
It's Elf. It's in the Elfverse. Let's just call it that. And that was the other funny thing in Spirited when Buddy, the guy dressed as Buddy,
Right.
Elf,
He's like, you look stupid.
you're like stupid. Yeah, that was great. I was like,
that
that's
was
perfect.
funny. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was funny.
perfect. But no, it's really cool because it's 28 years. It's been 28 years since the first one. He's got 2 grown kids now, or he's got 2 kids along with his son that's got 2 kids of his own. And he's like, the only life he's known for the last 28 years is being Santa Claus. And this is the only part of it that I don't really understand, or I don't know why this is always the thing, is that the Christmas spirit is fleeting.
Yeah.
Because it's just not what it used to be. And I'm like, man, I don't get that, because like I've done a lot of Christmas things, and like there's way too many people. I wish the Christmas thing was kind of fleeting. So it's like, oh, it's Christmas, you shouldn't come to this. Like every Christmas thing I do is just packed. It's like Disney was packed. Went to this ice thing. It's packed. It's like, dude, there's just Christmas shit everywhere. It's like, wait, you're trying to tell me you don't believe in Santa Claus? I mean, no, bullshit. I mean, everyone here believes it. All these kids are buying this shit, but that's the only thing you can come up with. It's like, no, fuck that. That was dumb.
Yeah, they've been using that forever.
Like, yeah, I know. I just don't get it, because it's like, no. I mean, come on. I mean, really? I don't believe in Santa. No, but my wallet does. So
exactly,
it keeps making it happen every year.
Well, that's like, to sidejag off of that. Bailey was talking the other day when we were all having.
By the way, you are correct.
Oh yeah. There's certain ones that are
but that's fine.
It's fine. Right? Yeah, they're just who they are.
It's okay.
But Vin Diesel's another one.
Yep.
But Bailey's like, I don't. She's like, I'm 20 years old, And she's like, by now, I thought I could sleep in for Christmas Day. It's like, but I just wake up early. And I was like, dude, I said, you know what I would give to have like that pure child joy the
Oh,
night before Christmas? Like,
oh,
dude, like just that excitement.
anxiety and just
Yeah,
like,
yeah. It's like it's
oh
anxiety,
yeah,
it's excitement. You can't sleep. You're like you want to go to sleep for once in your whole child career. You want to go to sleep early so you can wake up. That and you just get the butterflies and stuff.
oh yeah, dude, it's great. You
Yeah.
know, that gets in when you know we were having this conversation with Fernando when his kid was younger, and I was trying to explain to him, you know, how this works in America. And you know he always has to argue with me about everything. It's just his nature.
Right.
And I'm trying to explain because he's like, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, you're robbing you're hurting your child. You know, it's like it's the worst lie that we commit
Right.
because we it is. Christmas is the worst lie ever. Okay, but nobody's mad about it.
Right.
You know, and they're almost pissed when they find out the
Yeah.
great lie. You know, and it's like, man, you know, I wanted Haley to hold on to that lie as long as she could, because
Oh yeah.
it's you know, and the best part is when it's like, oh, maybe not. I don't know. Well, I mean, it's
Yeah, and you're actually having a question. You're having a conversation with your friends. He's
yeah,
like, "Yeah, well, I seen Santa Claus last night. He didn't look like that." And like when you're kids, especially like kids these days, may be a little different. But before the internet, you only knew what your friends told you.
oh yeah, yeah,
And it's like,
that's well, and I think that's why the premise is like, you know, oh, well, there's you know because of the internet and all this and the
right,
way you know it's like, oh, you know, the belief in Christmas. It's like, okay. I mean, why do I decorate my house to the fucking T? Why do I have 10,000 little Santa Clauses around the place? You know, why do I watch these? It's just the time of the year. You know, the
yeah,
most depressing day of the year. The most depressing day of the year for me is December 26th.
yeah, because it's all over. It's like,
It's all over. It's all
yeah,
over. None of it matters anymore. The excitement, the fun, the whatever this is that's going on in the in the world right now, which you either get it or you don't.
right.
And then December 26th, it's like it never fucking happened, and you're just like, man, and then
Yeah, like this
you
is
know,
my time to shine. Like
yeah,
I love from Halloween till
yeah,
New Year's ish,
yeah.
depending on what
No,
weekend
New
it
Year's
is.
is cool. Like I still, it's like that week between Christmas and New Year's is still a trip. You know,
Right.
I honestly would, if I could not work that week,
Yeah.
like that is my life goal is to not work the week between Christmas and New Year's. I just don't want to do it. It's like
Yeah.
fuck the world. I don't want to work. I don't want to do
Yeah, let's
nothing.
just hang out and do stuff. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. It's like, you know what? The big party's over, the little party's coming up. Let's just chill, you
Yeah.
know, and just sleep in, eat leftovers, you know,
That's
play
what's
with
cool
our new
about
toys.
like we'll be in New York on the 28th.
Yeah.
So, like being in New York around Christmas time is really cool.
Yeah.
We've done it a few times now, and they still have all the decorations up. Like we're gonna see
Yeah,
the Rockefeller tree. We're gonna try to go ice skating, do all that stuff. So get a hold on to that Christmas just a little bit longer before
yeah.
it's
Well, I feel
over.
you get to keep it until, you know, but the excitement of like the day, you know, of like the
Yeah,
presents and all that, it's just like,
Greg's
oh,
onto something. He's right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Oh,
forgot
that's the
that he
other thing I
voiced
got
it.
to watch. We watched that also. Watch the
Oh,
Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
what? Huh?
Oh, you
Wait,
haven't seen the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special,
no.
dude? You got to turn on Disney Plus every now and then.
I know I do. I do.
So they did a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. That's kind of it's a Christmas special and a setup for the next Guardians of the Galaxy. So
Hmm.
it's like a 20-minute thing, maybe a half hour. They go get Kevin Bacon.
Oh God.
Yeah, you know, because how he always talks about Kevin Bacon.
Right.
So they're like, let's go get Kevin Bacon. So they go get him. That's his Christmas present. They go get
That's
Kevin
funny.
Bacon. Yeah. So
Yeah. I'll have to check that out.
oh, it was totally stupid and cool at the same time. So,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I was like, it was just amazing because I was like, I don't remember what night it like. we did some stuff. Like I got up early in the morning, went for a run, and Haley and I did some shopping. Went and got some breakfast. It was like we got all this. It was like, dude, it was like the perfect day. We got all this shit done, and then it was like, hey, we can come home and watch TV.
Yeah. Hang
You
out
know?
as a family all day long. That's
No, we were not as a family. Obviously, we got Soup
Yeah.
connected with us at some point, but
Yeah.
it's like it was weird. It was like wow, but I was like, wow, this is the most TV I've watched in ever.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's always nice when like everyone's hanging out and you got time. Like, hey, we done Christmas shop. I like that. Like, I really don't like shopping, but it's like, all
yeah,
right, we got to get this stuff done. We got this done. We went and had something to eat. Now
yeah,
we're just gonna watch a Christmas movie and eat some popcorn and be
yeah,
merry.
yeah. We always have a big Christmas Eve party. So, and it's always a pain in the ass because it's like I always also have to work Christmas Eve,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, God, this sucks. Like
And have a party right afterwards. Yeah.
yeah. It's
Well,
like
so Cassie and Bailey love plays, and we have like a Fort Smith Little Theater
oh, nice.
downtown.
Mm-hmm.
And it was Saturday, and I typically don't like going to plays too much,
No.
but it was a Christmas play, and here's what got me: it was set in the 70s. It's a radio station Christmas play. I was like, you know what? I'll check it out. Like, I don't have nothing else to do. I won't work on video. I'll go with you guys and check it out. I actually enjoyed it. So it was like the premise was there's a guy doing 70s radio that did the commercials and everything. Like,
yeah, old school 70s shit.
And then they would have people come sing for the songs, like live in person.
Yeah.
And the whole time there's a family with another. They had really good lighting in there too. It's kind of surprised me. And it was real intimate. There was maybe 200 seats total.
Ooh.
And it was like only half full, so it wasn't bad. But the whole time there was like a family listening to the radio, so there was kind of a lot to see and do.
Yeah, it sounds. I get it. It sounds interesting.
Yeah, so I was like, and they actually didn't like it that much because it wasn't like a play.
So like
and I was like, I kind of liked it. It was just, I think they didn't like it because it's like a throwback to the 70s and the commercials, but I thought it was cool.
You know what else I watched?
What?
Pepsi, Where's My Plane?
Oh, dude. I haven't got to watch that yet.
I
watched them all?
Yep.
Do you want that to be our review for next week?
No,
or is it even worth it?
No, you can pick anything you want.
I've been wanting to watch that too.
Oh no, you should totally watch it. It's not worth talking about. That is for sure. Oh, no, it's not worth talking about. I mean, and honestly, it wasn't worth it's like 3 or 4 episodes, and it was like
it was worth one episode probably.
Yeah, it was worth one. You could have done it in one. They stretched that shit out way too far, and the ending was stupid because he never got the plane.
Yeah, right. Which I knew.
Yeah, I was like, well, so they fuck you up because there's a plane in the movie. Like he's in a hangar with a plane.
Oh, so they make you think that he got the plane?
Yeah, and you're like, so you got the plane? Wow.
Yeah, so like if you didn't know the story, like I knew that he never got the plane, and
yeah. I mean, it was all stupid. The whole thing was stupid, and then it was stupid that they made it 3 episodes because I was like, you're ripping us off here. Like we don't need this.
You could have done it in 1
Yeah.
hour and 20
1 and a half, like a 2 hour. Yeah. I mean, come on. You can't. You gave us one episode of a guy that was the CEO of Nissan and Renault, and had to be hired special forces guys to get out of the country, but the guy who wanted to buy a Harrier from Pepsi, no, we got 3 episodes of that shit.
Dude, they botched the other one. I mean, we already covered that well, but that was
yeah, no, but it's just funny when you compare the two. It was like, why was this 3 episodes and this was 1? Like, somebody sucks.
Yeah, somebody's judgment is horrible.
Somebody is stupid. Yeah,
dude. I've got something that also annoyed me. The freaking Watcher. The freaking Watcher.
Oh yeah, the one you've been watching.
So we finally finished it because we're wanting to watch Wednesday. That's the next thing up, and it's supposed to be great.
Is that a series? That's a series, right?
Yeah, it's a series, and it's supposed to be great. So that's the next thing
Really?
we're going to be watching together. That's what
Okay.
everyone said. They said they had more people watch that than Stranger Things last season.
Really?
Believe it or not.
You're gonna
Yeah.
make me watch this.
So I don't know how good or bad it is for myself. I just know like there's some hype around it.
Okay.
But so we're finishing the Watcher. The Watcher's good the whole way through because you're getting sort of like what the you don't know what's going on. You know they're throwing you this way one episode, they're throwing you this way the other episode, and it's just like what is going on, and how do you think they ended it?
Confused.
Yeah, you get no answers, zero answers.
Yeah.
They give you 3 more red herrings in the very last episode, and then just end it so they could do another season. Like, no, I'm not watching. No, like this was it. Like, I'm not watching another season
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah.
Like, you had your chance. It was really good until this point, and now I recommend no one to watch it because you're getting no answers.
Huh.
And
What about the one with the girl that was like time jumping?
dude, I haven't finished that.
Oh, okay.
That's that. You know how sometimes you get started on like you're watching this, and all of a sudden you just now I'm watching this. That
No, I don't do that.
Yeah, see that happened.
I don't live that life.
Right.
You know?
Well, see here's the problem. I watched these with Cassie, so hey, I made it through the whole last one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm watching these with somebody, so once we get started on something and she's into it, I was like, "Wow, we'll just plow through this." But she liked that other show. We just never finished it.
I saw that one and I was like, But I saw Wednesday too, and I was like, really? Because I mean, everyone hated the movie they made with them.
Mm-hmm.
It was like it was so bad.
And everyone seems to love this. I don't know that. I mean, we don't often always like things that everyone loves, but I you know what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
we did love Stranger Things. Everyone loves Stranger Things. So
Yeah. I mean, Stranger Things was good.
yeah. So it's always going to be a mystery whether we're going to like it or not.
No. Do you have a candle going in your room right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I keep seeing that flicker. I'm like, is that a candle? What the fuck is going on?
Yeah. It's a smelly candle.
I hate smelly candles.
You want to know why I put it in there?
Too far?
I blew a subwoofer up.
And
dude, it's too cold to open the garage or the window.
Oh, so screw that. I'm opening the window.
Dude, it has been in here for like 3 days. Just coil smell.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't go away.
I need to put like one of those ozone machines or something.
There's 2 things you could tell that walks into the retail store. I can walk in behind it and be like, oh, God. One is a burnt voice coil, and the other one is weed.
Yeah.
You know,
they both hit you like a ton of bricks.
Oh, like a ton of bricks, man. I'll walk in the retail. I'm like, oh, my God. I'm going to go wait outside. Holy Jesus. Like, dude, that's embarrassing. Like, honestly, when someone comes in and they're that reeked, it's embarrassing. Yeah. It's like, oh my, like, dude,
you're telling me we have a grow operation that is 2 blocks from us, and every day at 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, noon, and sometimes 3, they hit you like the wind's just blowing perfectly in a way, and you just get the strongest weed smell ever.
Wow. Electrical fire does smell bad. Not that I would know.
I finished this 1883. I liked it.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was great. That one, like if you were gonna dip your toe into, you could watch that because it's separate from everything else.
Yeah.
That would be the one. Like someone that doesn't know if they want to get into Yellowstone, like watch this. If you think this is cool, then you'll like the modern stuff.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like there's so many shows like that it's like if you miss that first season,
yeah,
you know.
Well, and
then you look again and they're 4 seasons down the road and you're going, what?
And I'm not really into westerns at all.
I mean, I like a handful of them, but they're all
right.
Eastwood. So
so it like when I got in Yellowstone, we're still waiting because Cassie was wanting to start it again. I was like, listen, we've went this far. They're fixing to be done with it. We'll just watch them all at once, you know, instead of dragging it out week by week.
Yeah, there's a couple series that are starting up, either the end that they're like the next season and stuff that I've watched,
Yeah.
that are going to start up, like, or have started up, but I haven't had a chance to, you know, like when a season 2 comes out, it's like I don't really see the hurry to watch it,
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, it's out. Like, it's funny because um which one, Jack, or not, god damn it, one of the Amazon, uh
Jack Reacher?
no, the other character that, the
Oh,
guy
the one from
from,
DC.
no, he's Jack Ryan. Jack Ryan.
Oh, okay.
So they keep saying, because they did season 1 and season 2 of Jack Ryan, which
Yeah.
that's a really great series. Like, it's freaking awesome. It's like 8 episodes. It's perfect. And it's Jack Ryan, so it's espionage, intrigue, guns, and all the shit that I like.
Yeah.
Well, it keeps popping up, and they keep saying season 3, and I'm like, there's no season 3. Why does it say season 3? Are we getting to season 3? Is like season 3 right around the corner? I mean, did somebody just screw up and, where's season 3? And where's my trailer card that says season 3 starts streaming every Wednesday? It's like,
Yeah.
just give
They
me
don't want you to forget.
no, and yeah. Mm. And that's the other thing. It's like, when I look at these series, it's like, okay, like I have to go to Arizona and Vegas in the first February and March. And it's like, all right, those are like 7-hour flights. That's a whole series there and back. So, they canceled Warrior Nun. Okay, let's be honest. It was over. There's nothing to cancel. They ended the show.
Right.
Season 2 ended the show. I mean, they might not have put a bow tie on it, but it's going to happen. So there's really no reason to come out with series. Yeah. It's like,
it took the big bow. Like, okay.
yeah. Oh yeah. I hate waiting week to week. Week to week sucks. That's what I'm saying. It's like, if it's week to week, I'll wait. Well, it's like,
Yeah,
I
that's
want
how
to
I am.
see Echo. What is it, like Echo 3 or whatever it is on Apple TV, Apple Plus.
Mhm.
And it's like, I didn't realize it was a series, but it's week to week. So I'm like, I'm just gonna wait because I can watch that on a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'd rather watch it. There's few shows that I will watch. I'll probably watch the Jon Snow week to week.
Oh, they're doing that?
It comes out January 1.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I like maybe 2 weeks. Willow has been good. I didn't really like watching the first stuff.
Really? I still didn't watch Tulsa King. That's also on the
I've
list.
only watched one episode because I just wanted to watch it and see what it is.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, I can get into this. But you know what else I watched, which was funny? Dude, it was great. So Sylvester Stallone just re-edited Rocky 2. Okay, he did a director's cut of Rocky 2. I don't know if it's been released yet, but they did. So during COVID, they one of his producers filmed him on his iPhone editing, going every day to work to edit Rocky. So it was like this 6-month period where the two of them would get together and they would talk for a little bit and talk about how, it just started out really simple of them talking, but it eventually turned into, like, Sylvester Stallone talking about how, like, back when I did this is why I did it. And now I look at it and it's kind of embarrassing. But the great thing is I can go back and I can fix it, which is one of those things. Do you ruin the movie by fixing it, or are you telling a different story to a new generations? Again, the movie's old, it's 35 years old. So it's burned in memory, but I'm pretty sure at 35 years, I haven't watched Rocky 2 in eons. And so going back and watching a director's cut of it would probably make more sense to me than,
as long as they're not going full George Lucas. I mean,
or whatever they did to Blues Brothers. Like when they did a director's cut of Blues Brothers, they destroyed that movie, but he was showing some of the things like this scene here. This makes no sense. you know, and you're like, oh yeah, you're right. It really doesn't, you know. But we had to put it in because back then it's what you did.
Is 2 the one with the Russian?
Yes, it's
Okay,
with.
all right.
So, but so anyways, this guy films this thing on his iPhone.
Yeah,
And he sells it to Netflix. It's only like an hour long. It was a quick watch.
yeah.
And I was just like, really? Like they sold it to Netflix and he recorded it on his iPhone.
Making bank.
That sucks, man. I have this great show we record on iPhones called The Boring Life of Dean and Haley. You know, like I'll be happy to sell that to Netflix. I'll do 8 episodes a year. It's all good. Whatever you need, man. I'll do one a month. Fuck it. We'll go crazy. You know, we'll travel to some stupid place and do some stupid shit.
Be living the dream.
Oh, dude. I'm just like, God damn it, man. Really?
Dude, Netflix, yeah.
iPhone? I mean, you know they weren't. I mean, even if they're like, here's 50 grand, you know, it's still like.
And plus, you know that he's not doing it on like a rigged up iPhone with everything.
He's
You know,
literally like this.
Yeah, he's just doing one of these. You know.
Yeah. You know,
Right.
you're just like, shit.
It's like different if you got the cage, you got the mic, you got a light.
It's all that stuff is stupid. Like all that stuff. Like honestly, the mic that's on the phone, as long as you're 3 feet in front of this thing, man, it's way better than a mic. Like there isn't a road.
I like using a lav mic with them because
Well,
it's
if
like
you're more than 3 feet apart, yes. If you're farther than this from the phone, yeah, a lav works good. A boom was okay. Whatever. But like, man, so I was talking about how I had to do the installer of the year video for whatever, you know, because that was my pain last week or this week. I don't remember what week it was. And so bunch of content, bringing it all in, and now I got to rope it all together. So I have to do the thing that I typically don't do, which is voiceovers. Like I'm not a voiceover guy. I mean, I know you guys do a lot of that stuff, but
I've so far back, I hardly maybe 5% voiceover.
Yeah,
I can't. It's too much.
I don't want to do it. It's like I just want it. So I'm like, all right, I can't do voiceovers, so I'm gonna do a combination. I'm just gonna talk, and so what I would do is I get all the clips that I need for the scene, and I just kind of arrange them, you know, how I want them in my head, or lay them out rough, and just kind of like, all right, I think it's gonna flow like this, and then I was like, all right, I need to film myself, so I was like, I could use my eyesight camera. I was like, you know what, screw that, it's got Cinemode on the phone. So I was like, I'm gonna try Cinemode. So I filmed the whole thing with my iPhone in Cinemode. And I would like edit in, I would shoot in here, and I'd just kind of like change where I'm at in this room, where I was out on the couch, or we'd go to work. And I cut the movie up into 3 segments because they basically ask you 3 questions. And I shot the whole thing on Cinemode on the phone. And what I did that was I needed a haircut really bad, and I needed to shave. So I would shoot this close. Okay. And then I would frame it so that my head was, you know, there's always this box of nothingness, but I would get really close so that I just looked fucking tired as shit. Not that I wasn't, I really was, but it really showed, like,
yeah.
And it was funny because I'm like, at first I didn't realize I was doing it, and then I was like, I was just doing it subconsciously because, you know, in my head, all the stuff is just happening, and it's like, oh yeah, that looks good. Let's just do that. Why are we doing that? Don't worry, I got this. Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're doing a good job. You know, it's like, and then the shirts were another thing. Like every day I would shoot, I'd have a certain shirt on that was was a vendor that paid us this year. So it's like I had Focal on one day, I had Morel on another day, and I had a 5-star shirt on one day. And but it was just funny using, like, shot it all with the phone. And so I'm talking with my guys, and they're like, oh yeah, man, I had my DSLR, and I had the lav mic, and I was doing all this shit, and I'm like, man, that sounds great, man. That's awesome. Way to go. Yeah, you did a great job, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not me.
Dude, that's kind of like with the ZV-1. There's a backgroundy focus, so you don't have to do any of the work. I just push it
Yeah.
like, okay. And it,
Yeah.
it does all the settings for me, and I just adjust my ISO like, yeah, they're good enough.
Well, you know, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, we could shoot, like, I could, you know, we could do that. Like, we could
Yeah.
set up a rig and get, you know, a 2.4 or a 1.8 and shoot like that. And it's like, it's cool. But the thing is, it's like, man, if you lean forward this much, it's over.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like it's like this. You need to stay on that plane. You know, you have to. But yeah, it's just, I was just, when I got done, I was like, damn, this turned out really, like, the effect worked really well.
Right. Oh, dude, and truth be told, the only reason I use a camera to film anything is just because I like the control options better.
Oh
But
yeah. Oh, you can do
like
way more shit.
yeah, like I'm telling you, like a lot of stuff I do film with this, and no one notices the difference.
I filmed nothing with it.
Yeah. Like I'll do a lot of B-roll shots because
Yeah.
I don't want to get another camera out. It's like, oh, I'll just do it with the iPhone.
Yeah.
And
No.
it's like,
We might have shot a lot of SEMA that way. I think we shot a
Yeah.
lot of SEMA with that because I think we're like when we do our travel vlogs, like I'm like, dude, just shoot them on the phone. Just pull out your phone, and then it's and then reminding Fernando, hey, pull out your goddamn phone and take some video. Like, dude, come on, help me out here. Like, you got to give me content, man. You know, I can't make a movie with nothing. You know,
talk
he's
to
like,
you. Well, where you at on the TPS reports?
yeah, exactly. Yeah. But it was funny. It was just, you know, it was weird shooting that video and then sitting down and editing it, and I was like, wow, it was a lot of stress as always, because I gave myself 3 days to finish it.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like, yeah, it was rough. And then I had Haley help me with the so there's a whole personal side where you got to answer all these questions and shit like that. And I was like, we were sitting in a hotel room, and I was kind of going over them, the questions and some of the answers, and they're like, yeah, you don't understand any of this, do you? And I was like, what do you mean? And like, yeah, you're wrong on all this shit. And I was like, really? Like, yeah, that's not what they're asking. I was like, you sure about that? I mean, you know, yeah, no. And they're like, no, you're wrong. So Haley wrote my closing statement for me, which was great, because I was like, yeah, she came up with a way better, you know. And then it was funny because I had to read it back, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be tough. So I'd like have to memorize a line, say it, and try not to move, memorize the next line, say it. You know, it was rough.
Do you do the thing where like like the only thing I voice over now is like if I'm doing a dyno, just because I don't want the sound. But everything else, I just like do one stream of consciousness. If I mess up, I just start. I don't start all the way over. I just keep going. Like I know I got this. Yeah. And
I just burn through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. I'm gonna cut it up anyway. So I'm the king of the jump cut. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. Now on an amp dyno, no. When I amp dyno something, it's perfectly quiet, and we go for sound. We roll the whole thing, and the amp dyno is edited sound, the whole thing done.
One shot.
Because in there again, we don't go as in depth with the conversation as you guys do. You know, our amp dynos are this big. You know, there's like, hey, and here's this, and here's this, and here's this, and here's this, and we're done.
Right.
You know, and that's like, because it's just a small part of a bigger picture. So we're not. But yeah, when we do that, we get it all in one, and it's like I just have these sentences I say, and that's it. We're out. And it's like, nope.
Dude, mine'll be chilling, like no sound coming out of the power supply. Like, cool, I'll just do it live. And sure enough, man, like as soon as I go talk,
yeah,
God, I hate you. I hate you.
No. And there again, if we're gonna do that, what I'll do is I'll just let it do it.
Yeah.
And I'll wait, and I'll say it anyways after like that moment.
Right.
I'm just gonna chop it up and move it into place.
And put it right. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I don't care. You know, if my face isn't in it, and you don't have to see my lips moving to it.
Exactly. Yeah.
The
audio can go anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Or if I know like that was the other thing. Like with this, I knew the parts that were going to be me
Yeah.
and the parts that weren't going to be me. So it was like, when it was me, I was expressive and and a lot of hand jazz
Yeah.
hands. And then when
Right.
it wasn't me, it was just like, because I knew there'd be a slideshow in front of this and you weren't going to know it was me. So,
Well, the funny part is I can't talk without my hands. Like if
oh
someone tied
no,
my hands up, I'd just be mute.
well, but I mean, and there again, that's the weird. I've had guys go, "Oh man, this is easy for you." I'm like, no, it's not. This isn't what we do. We don't do videos like this. Do I have ideas? Like, I had tons of ideas of what we wanted to do. None of them happened, which really pissed me off. But but yes, being expressive and not boring and excitable and showing
Yeah.
like I told Brian Mitchell, I said, dude, man, I just want to let you know, I tried to watch your video last night and it's not that it wasn't interesting, but your voice, I'm going to keep your video in my back pocket so that if I can't sleep, I just put on your mellow, your
Did he
methodic
give you the
voice.
Stein? Bueller.
Oh, dude, not only that, it was just very, very like, and you can go watch all these. They're all on YouTube. So it's like,
Yeah.
but, and it's great. It's a great video, but his voice is just very not moving. There's nothing. It's just, and it's like
I need to get this done. I got to get this project done.
I'm out. I fell right to sleep. I was like, oh shit. I told him, I said, don't take this personal. He's, no, I don't. He goes, I know, I have that teacher's voice. And I go, yeah, you do. And it sucks. Stop doing that, because in real life, you don't act that way.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I was like, no, stop. Like, you just come sit in my class.
Yeah.
I want people to stay awake, and
throw stuff at them. You sleep?
Oh, dude, no, we got a guy that does that. He's like, I go, what are those? He goes, oh, they're tchotchkes. And I go, no, they're balls. What do you have those for? He goes, oh, I throw them at people when they get shit right. And I go, you do what? He goes, yeah, I throw them at them. I'm like,
right at their face.
Yeah, I go, huh, does that work for you? He goes, yeah, people love it. I go, do they now? Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Learn it from a guy in the 80s.
Exactly.
So we haven't decided a movie yet.
We haven't decided on a movie yet. I think this is something that we probably need to figure out. And
I got some in my
it's a cheer for this movie.
Yeah.
Let's do the what's new in Netflix pop up.
All right, let's see. What have we got here?
Oh, Warrior of the Future, Asian movie. That's gonna be terrible. Oh, Bullet Train. Have you watched Bullet Train yet?
That it's on the list of want to watch, so I'm down.
Bullet Train.
Yeah, Bullet Train. Yeah, matter of fact, that's on Cassie's list of want to watch as well. So
yeah, that's on mine too, because it's got Brad Pitt, and let's be honest, it's got Brad Pitt. Even if Brad Pitt dies in the first 10 minutes,
he's dreamy.
He's 10 minutes of Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we'll watch Bullet Train. Now I want to watch Wednesdays.
Yeah, I will probably start watching that Tuesday.
Dude, that literally is the movie that came up.
Warriors of the Future.
Dude, that movie sucks.
Yeah. What's not going to suck is season 2 or season 3 of Warrior.
If that ever happens.
If it ever happens, right. I'm down for that.
Oh, dude, this thing's got Transformers and shit in it. Oh, wow. Oh, they got aliens.
Dude, we've already got 2 people said Bullet Train is good. Bullet Train.
Oh, no, we're watching Bullet Train. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, wow.
You're gonna hate watch that, aren't you? I got a feeling.
This? Oh, yeah. It's looking so bad. And it's probably lipped, because you got 3 Asians on the cover, which means this is totally not. This is.
Yeah.
Run, help, call someone.
They do it a lot better now, though. I will give them
Oh,
credit. for
I'm
that.
sure they do, but
Yeah, still not great.
no. I mean, cast Louis Chow, Xin Liu, Ching Wao. Yeah. There's not a English name in the whole bunch.
We'll find out next week how disappointed you are in that movie.
Wow, it's got 97 percentile on it.
Wow.
Oh,
They
God.
know you watch bad movies. Netflix
I
knows
didn't know I watch bad movies. That has to suck so bad. Bullet Train. Yeah, I'm excited about Bullet Train. That'll be good because it's definitely on that cusp of A-B movie. Don't shut it off when the credits roll. There's a quick scene you'll miss. Oh, I never do that, man. I never do that. You know, that's nothing pisses me off worse. I get so pissed when, they'll end a show and you go, why is there 10 minutes of credits? Oh, there's gonna be a hidden scene. So you're like fast forwarding through it and then there's no hidden scene and you're like, why did we have 10 minutes of credits? Screw you guys.
Yep. They went down to the food cart people. They were listed.
It sucks so bad. All right. Well, hey guys, thank you so much for playing along with us this week. Watch Spirited. It's if anything, it's good for a laugh. You'll still hate musicals if you didn't know it was one. But it's not the worst musical ever. It's not. I mean, I don't even know if that goes in a sentence because I feel
glowing review. One thumb up.
Yeah, it's worth sitting through the crappy musical part just to watch the movie.
Yeah. So
that's it, guys.
That's it.
You guys have a great week as always. We'll see you later next time. Bye.
Bye. If you